assignment due next week? And even if you don't have your maths assignment due next week, hey, down the back. Yep. So even though, you all have your maths assignment due next week, but even if you didn't, you still have a maths assignment and other assignments to do in semester 2. So what I was going to show you today in LibreOffice is how to type all the different math symbols you might need for your assignment then. So the first thing I'll show you how to do is how to input basic symbols like alpha, beta, lambda, symbols like this. What's the problem on the back? No, all good? Okay, so you all have the, whoops, here comes Mark. You all have the writer program open? Yeah. Yes. I heard your whistling and figured you were coming through.
Forgot where it was going.
That's okay. Are you coming back through?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
Whistling
Yeah, you can give us a warning, yeah? Okay. Yeah, Mark. Right. So open up a blank document, please. Writer document. And then mine will load. Up the top, you can see. Find where insert is. Can you see where insert is? Yeah, you have insert. We're all using LibreOffice, okay? Because we all have LibreOffice. So if you pick insert, object, and formula. So your screen should turn into this mode. Did that happen for everybody? Yeah. So in this drop down you have all your maths options. You see here? And also I think here is where the symbols are. So if I click this one, I'll show you again. Can you see here? You click that. No? Do you have this? Are you using Libre? Or using Word? What is this? No, that's not Libre, that's OpenOffice. That's a different program. You need to install Libre. L-I-B-R-E. You have to download and install it. Do you have LibreOffice there? You have Libre. That's Libre? Or is that Word? That's Libre. Yes, is it Libre or is it Word? Do you install it? Great, okay. And you have Libre as well? Great, so you can see where insert object formula. There we go. Insert. Have you got insert? There it is. Top. No. Are you six words on insert? Okay. Hey. Right, it needs to be Libre. Libre is what I asked you to install in the first week so that we're all using the same program. Yeah. So, let's find the symbols you need for the maths assignment. So, I think for the maths one you need a lambda. Here it is here. Lambda is lambda. Alright, so let's put in another symbol. Any other Greek symbols that you need for the assignment? Oh yes, there is one other one. Summation one, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that one actually later. Okay. Right, so that's how we can get lambda. Okay, next now. So the next thing you want to do is just to type in simple equations. So I'll just type in something like 2x squared, Guys, are you looking? If you want to type an equation, you just put in the box down here, 2x squared plus x plus 1, for example. And then if I click back here, I have my equation. Can you see that okay? So I'll do another one. That's okay. Right, I'll put in another equation. Insert object formula. And then in this box again, let's just put in 2x plus 1, for example. Have you done that? Yeah. So, for the math coursework, your linear equation, you remember it's something that has a and b in it. So, you probably would need to type something like this. Let's have a look here. Right. So something like 2a plus 3b or 4b equals 1. And then, why are you calling me again? 3a plus 2b equals 2. Now if you type it in one line, do you notice that it doesn't split it onto two lines? Can you see that? So what you need to do is, you need to just do it one at a time. So you do the first one, and then go to a new line, and then you can do the second one. Insert object formula. 3a plus 2b equals 1, for example. So you do them one at a time. You have the two equations here. Can you all try to type something like this? I want to see AB equation like this. Mahmoud, where's your laptop? Have you done this? Yeah? Okay, so if you think about your assignment, what else will you need to type? You need to type in a sequence, yeah? Like UN. So, let's do that one next. Insert object formula. And for a sequence like UN, we'll just type U underscore n, for example. So we'll say something like just this here. Okay, can you all make UN like this as well? I'll do another one to show you. Insert object formula, and it's just U underscore n. Just like that. Okay, have you done that? Yep. Yep. Right. Think about your assignment. What else would you need to type in it? What else might you need to type? Yeah, that's a little bit towards the end, so before that even. You might want to type like a multiply. Like for example, here I would multiply this by 3, and here I would multiply this by 2. Yeah? So let me go back to this one, double click it, and you see here you can get a multiply symbol. There it is there. So let's just see. I don't know if you can see this, but if you just type the word times, it makes the multiply symbol. So if I have 2a plus 4b equals 1 times 2, times. You can see now it makes this times 2. Although I don't think that's clear. So if I was typing this, I would put brackets around this. And now the reader can see you mean multiply this by 2. Well, actually in this case I should multiply this by 3. And then this one here, what should I multiply it by? 2. So brackets times 2. Now I have this times 3 and this one times 2, for example. Okay, can you try to do the same thing, yeah? Let's make sure everything is on track. Nearly there. What? You need to do insert. But this is LibreOffice. Is it?
Yeah.
You got it? Yeah. You got it? No problem? Yeah. No problem here? Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Once you click away, it's okay. Yeah, that's what I just did. You got it okay? Yeah. It's okay here? Yes. Okay, we'll go to the next thing. Yes. Yeah. Oh, this is Word. I'm doing everything in LibreOffice. Do you have LibreOffice? Yeah. Questions? Yeah, you can't type it as 1, it has to be as 2. So, here, you have to make it 2, you know what I mean? Skirt. Now it's 2, you have to make it 2 objects. Yeah. Is it okay here? Yeah. Alright. Next. What? Hold on. Insert. Object. Formula. Okay, this is it here. Yeah. Goodness. Yours is so different. What's the problem? Oh. It's been zoomed in mode. I don't know.
Yeah.
Different. Is this your laptop or hers?
No,
That's your laptop.
it was there earlier. Yeah.
Maybe you have to close it and open it again. Yeah. Close and open it again. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Next. Listen. What's the next thing you'll need to type in your assignment?
Graph.
Before the graph? We'll do the graph at the end. What's next after this? Would you need? Think about what you wrote. What's the next thing you might need to type? Yeah, so the next thing might be an e to a power. And also, superscripts and also logs as well. Yeah, so we'll have a look at that, e's and logs next. So again, insert. Now, if you look here, you see you have functions. So you can see that here's the e function here, like this. It's easier just, rather than typing this, it's easier just to get it from the menu. It's under functions, and there it is there. Oh, sorry, there it is there, e. So here where it's highlighted, we can just type. What would you have in the power? It'd be something like lambda n, wouldn't it? So let's just delete this. and put in lambda. Where's lambda now? Yep. Lambda n. Now it's small, but can you see we do have e power lambda n. I'll do another one and I want you to try. Insert object formula functions e, and this time we'll make the power something like 3x. So there's another one done. Okay, try to make one now yourself. Okay, have you all managed to do that? Yeah, so the next one is then if we want something like logs, so insert object formula, and then again we'll pick functions, and here's log here. So we'll type log, whatever, 2 plus, and what I haven't shown you yet is something like square root. So let me see. There's square root. Yeah. Can you see here square root sqrt with these brackets? But you don't have to type these. They're all in the menu, so you can just pick square root. Where is it gone? Here it is. Here. So here's square root. Square root. Let's say 3. So this is log 2 plus square root 3, for example. Okay, try and make an e and a log, but try to put something like a square root in it to make it a bit more different. Okay, something else that you might need to type is fractions. So fractions, insert object formula, and again it's here in operators. So here's fraction. So it's something over something. So we can have, for example, 2 over 3. And we have a fraction here. So you might notice, guys, look, there's 2 types of brackets. There's these ones, the round ones, and then there's these ones. And the difference is these ones are invisible. Let me show you. For example, I have x power 2 plus 3. Now it's maybe hard to see, but can you see that you have the brackets here up the top? If you don't want to see the brackets, if you want them invisible, then if you type it like this, x power, these brackets, the curly brackets, 2 plus 3. When you look at it now, you can see that we don't have the brackets. So these ones are invisible and these ones are visible. So we can use this one when we want to see them, and then use these ones when you don't want to see the brackets. Okay? Right, next now. Right, so what's the next thing that you need for maths? The sum, yeah. So I think some would be under operators, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, they are. So if you look under operators. Now, which one do you need? The first, the second, the third, or the fourth one here? You need the fourth one. Yeah, because at the bottom it's from n equals 1 to, what's the last value for n?
But isn't n on top and then k at the
No, N, well, you can use N or K.
Last term, you're gonna want to use the top and then the first one at the bottom, then you identify the.
Which letter do you want to use, N or K? I'm going to do the one that's in the coursework where I ask you to sum from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
But usually at the bottom you address K, which is you saying you want to start from the first term, and then the
Yeah.
top, which is N.
Okay, we'll use K. It's all good. K equals 1 to 10. If I use K here, then inside here would have to be UK. But I usually use N. Same thing. Same thing. Sum from N equals 1 to 10. It's this one here, and it makes exactly what you need. I don't know if I can zoom in. Can I? No, I can't. Maybe. Can you see that? It's what we have, N equals 1 to 10 UN. I'll do another one. Insert object formula operators sum N equals 1 to 1,000, and then let's put in a fraction. 1 over N. Now, guys, do you notice? Look please. Look please. When I tried to put in 1 over N at the end, it put the whole thing over N. But I just wanted the 1 over N. So what I could do to fix that is I could use brackets. I could put invisible brackets around this. Hopefully that will fix it. It did. So I can put brackets around this to make it one thing. Watch what happens if I delete them. It thinks all of this is over N, but I only want this piece over N. So I'll use invisible brackets here. And now it's all good. So that's what I needed here. Okay, can you try and do something a bit more complicated like this one? Like something like 1 over N squared? Okay, have you done that? Yeah. Is there any other maths you might need to type in your coursework, can you think of? We've done linear, quadratic, lambda, sum, log, fractions, powers, subscripts. I think that should cover everything for the math. So what I want to show you, just before I show you how, what the graph should look like, I just want to show you a little bit about typing units. So I'll just delete everything here. So for example, suppose I want to type something like 5 meters, for example. What's the symbol for meter? M. Now, you might think, oh, this is simple, I just type 5m. But there's a problem if I do that. Let me try and show you. If I go too far, can you see how the 5 and the m, if they're at the end, they get split? Yeah, you're not allowed to do this when you're typing units. The m must stay with the 5. So the way you can fix that is you can put a special space between the 5 and the m. That means not separate. So what you do 5, and then Control Shift Space. So 5, Control Shift Space. And then you can press M. So what happens now, if I try to break it, it won't break. Watch. See how it moves together? Yeah, so this is called a non-break-in space. So what you need to type is Control, Shift and Space all together. You know which button is Control? It says Control on it. Shift is the one you use to make capital letters. I thought it would be worth saying. Okay, the next thing. So the next thing is if you have something like a prefix, like for example kilometers, there should be no space between the K and the M. So for example, it's CM and KM, not C space M and not K space M. So that's the next rule. So if you want to think of them as rules, this is the first one. And then the second one is no spaces. Okay. And the next rule is if you have something like meters per second. So don't type it like this. Does anybody know? I know the physics students do, so don't say it. Does anyone know what way you need to type it? Meters per second. Don't type it like this. Don't. Yeah, it's ms power minus 1. So ms power minus 1. Now I think there is a superscript button here. Can you see it? Minus 1. Can you see that superscript button there? Yeah. Now wait, before you type that, there's also another rule in here when you're typing. M and S are different units. M measures what? Length. It's meters. And what does S measure? Time. Seconds. When they're different units, you must put a space between them. That's different to this. C is not a different unit. K is not a different unit. What does K mean? Kilo, which means 1,000. But when they're different units, like meters and seconds, you must put a non-breaking space between them. So, Control, Shift, Space. So it needs to look like this. Now, I know this is probably new for all of you, but this is the way you must type units when you're typing units in papers. Don't use this and have a space between units. This is the rules everybody uses. I don't know why. I know you like it, and I like it too. It's traditional, but nobody does it anymore that way.
It's not wrong.
It's not right either. Okay. And then the last one here is if you want to show that something has a unit. For example, if you want to say X is measured in meters. Some people think you do it like this with brackets. Don't do that. You should type it like this instead. X/meters. This means X is measured in meters. Don't do it this way. Do it this way. So you use a slash. X slash M means X is measured in meters. You got that? Has anybody seen this before? Is this all new? It's all new? Yeah. So for example, in economics, what are some things you measure? GDP, have we done GDP? Inflation? No, give me something in economics. Huh? Price elasticity, very good. Okay, so what's the formula for price elasticity? Delta change in percentage quantity of price over change in quantity over price. Delta quantity over delta price then. Anything else you've done? Or it's something like in business you would have done variable cost. Yeah. So this is the cost per unit. So let's call the variable cost X. What are you measuring X in? Well, it could be in euros, or maybe it could be in dollars. But it's dollars per unit. So it would be unit minus 1. And there should be a space here because dollars and units are different. Now I know for a fact Mark would not write it this way. But this is the proper way to write it. You're saying X is in... Oh, where's my dollar gone? Dollars per unit. That would be it. Come on. Okay, you have that? Anything else in business that has a unit that you can think of? Yeah? No? This is as good as it's going to get? Yeah. Okay, fine. Right, so the last thing I want to show you is how to make the graph that you might need for your coursework. So we'll do that one in the calculator program, which is like Excel. So if we open up LibreOffice Calc here. So I'll type in some terms, for example, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 5, 0, for example. 0. Guys, listen. Down the back. Okay. What graph should we use here? Not a line graph. Bar. Now, why not a line graph? Any reason? Anybody know why? You almost have it. What's the word? The reason is...
There's only one defined. Not only one
you're getting close, but you're not quite there. So when you draw a line graph, whatever shape it is, what you're saying is you can have 1 and you can have 2, but you also can have 1.5. But that's not the case here for n, is it? We can only have 1, 2, or 3. So a line graph would be unsuitable. Instead, you should use a bar chart. So we'll highlight the data and pick Insert Chart. And for some reason, which I don't know, they don't call bar charts in this program or in Excel. They call it column chart. So we'll pick column chart. Now, we make sure you have a title. So this graph will be, something like a graph of the graph of UN or something. And then the subtitle could be something like first 10 terms. What's on the x-axis? That's n. And what's on the y-axis? Not in this case. In this case, it's UN. I don't like, and I don't really feel you need to have the legend here, because there's only one type of bar. So we'll untick this. And then that's everything. We click finish, yeah? Now for these, I don't need this one here because it's not a line chart. It's just, we just care about the heights. Yeah? For the coursework, yeah. Who said line is fine? Well, he's correcting it, so if he's correcting and he said it's fine, then it's fine. But what I'm saying, for my students, it's not fine, because it's not what I think is the right graph to use. It needs to be a bar chart. So this is what it should look like. So if I was correcting the coursework for my students and I saw this graph would get full marks. I don't know. Just do the bar chart. And if it's a problem, just tell them Stephen said so. Yeah. Right. If I was correcting the coursework and I saw this bar chart, this would get full marks. It has everything you need. It has the title, the subtitle, the x-axis, the y-axis, and the 10 bars. These last two bars are 0 and 0. Yeah. Okay, so for the last 5 minutes, you can just open up your coursework and you can start maybe putting in the things you didn't know how to put in, like the lambda or the sum, or maybe you just want to put in the graph for the last thing you do, okay? So just spend the last 5 minutes touching up your coursework. While you do that, I can help you if you get stuck. No, it's not here because they are negative, so they should go under. Yeah, because I know for some people their values are negative, so their grams are upside down. It's not odd, it's just not common. Because usually the bars are measuring things like whatever, profit, height, yeah. But they can go negative. Like if this bar chart is measuring company profit each year or something like that, you know, you can see here it's going down, and so maybe the next bar will be like this. And that's fine. There's no problem with that.